At a recent ComputerWorld Canada event entitled Conquer Your IT Risk Management and Compliance Challenges, several security experts were on hand to share risk management best practices. John Harris with Adobe Systems was the event's keynote speaker.
What is information? It's all around your enterprise in different departments, takes different forms, and travels different ways. When we think about web conferencing, we think about phone, email, smartphones, different formats of information, different ways it moves, and even employees. Thinking about the kind of human capital, the information that's stored in the brain, you have to think about that too. So when we look at risks, I think we often take a look at the technical risk, right? The virus or the botnets, the Trojan horses, and those are critical threats. However, we don't take a look at the the innocent actions, an employee sending something out by email. Oh, I didn't know I couldn't do that, or the risks to being complacent. Right, if you're not training your employees properly, or simply the risk of reputation. That if you're not taking all these risks into play, what is going to be the impact on your bottom line, stock price, and consumer confidence? When we're looking again at this kind of information risk management problem, when we look at the management of that problem, we often see technology riding in on kind of a silver horse and saying, hey, this is the latest tool, this will fix your problems. And the problem is that you can't go from technology to technology, point product to point product, regulation to regulation, threat to threat. You have to look at it from a holistic level. Take in the business and regulatory drivers, the various interplay between information and risks, and help that drive the creation of a policy, which then would lead into buying and purchasing technology and looking at those options. But technology can't come before, it should always come after.
According to panelist Dale Mills of Mills & Associates, a business case is key to a risk management strategy.
Incredibly important to have all the components of what are the benefits going to be, both monetary, that are tangible, any intangible benefits that might occur, identifying any risks that might occur with the business case, either for or against in terms of opportunities or risk avoidance. So it's very important to have a bottom line, and ideally if you could have a return on investment, that's ideal, but that's not always the case.
Another panelist, George Gorsline of IT Initiatives, said pushing a risk management strategy can make IT unpopular.
Okay, well, one of the issues you have is if you look at security as application of IT tools, then what you have is IT becomes the enforcer. Security is a business policy set of issues. And as such, the business needs to drive it, and then IT simply implements it. But the business overall has the enforcement role. IT simply becomes the implementer of certain policies and provides some of the measurements, metrics, alarms, whatever the appropriate approach is. It really needs to be flipped the other way, and it needs to become a benefit, an enabler, a way to help the business. If you can tie security initiatives to improved return on investment, some way to improve drop through the bottom line. Does it help sales? Does it make it more efficient? Or alternatively, can you reduce cost? That's when IT gets listened to. It has to be a good, solid business case.